Got to make the place look nice for our guests. Hello, welcome. So today, guys, is the day that probably no one has been waiting for, except for me. I've been excited to show you guys our new Helsinki apartment. So some of you guys may have already seen in some of my vlogs that we have now moved from our old place to our new place, and I am so psyched to actually have somewhere to live. The last place that we lived in was a very temporary situation for when we moved from the UK to Finland, and now we have a more permanent solution in our new place, which is here, which I'm going to show you around in just a second. Now, speaking of our old place, where I first of all shot a tour of and filmed many videos in that place, I think it's now time to put some of you guys out of your misery and tell you exactly where that place was, because there was a lot of comments and speculations in the videos that I made from that apartment as to where exactly that place was. And I can tell you now that that place was in Kamppi here in Helsinki. Many of you guessed it, almost to the street, so congratulations, I guess. A little weird. There were people that were like, I can tell by the wheels on the track that that's the number 9 tram. But I mean, impressive nonetheless. Now, as for exactly where our new place is, for hopefully obvious reasons, I'm not going to disclose that, but I will tell you that it is in Helsinki. Now, we've only officially been moved into this place for the past 2 weeks, but we've been going to the summer house and having to go here and there and everywhere. We've actually only really spent maybe 6 days, 7 days, a week maximum in this place. So it's been really slow getting everything in, getting all the furniture built, getting, you know, everything a little bit organized. But now I think we're starting to get there. But when I show you guys around, you have to promise me that you'll keep in mind that it's still very much a work in progress. There's no pictures on the wall. Not everything has kind of found its place yet, as it does when you've lived somewhere for a little while. So please keep that in mind. And I also want to share with you a few things that I've noticed about Helsinki or Finnish homes, which has kind of been a little weird for me, but also pretty mind-blowing. So with all that said, let the tour commence. As you can see, we're in the bedroom right now, but we're not going to start here. I just liked the light coming from this window. Okay, so the hallway is behind me. It's not very exciting, let's say. It's a hallway. And actually, this is probably one place that we need to make quite a few changes, because, I mean, at least if you want to look like that you've got a tan, you know, you've got a good room for that. But like, who in their right mind thinks that this is a nice color for a bulb? This is like the perfect example. This is daylight, and this is the yellow bulb. So we'll be changing that. But anyway, the tour continues. This is the front door, and as you come in, you are greeted by our new IKEA storage unit here in the hallway. I can't remember off the top of my head what this one's called, but it's from IKEA, and I'll put anything that we've bought recently up on the screen or in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. But we just wanted something small and not too kind of deep, that we could have our keys and a bowl on basically, and everything that we need to just grab before we go out the door. You can also store like shoes, and we've got hats and gloves and stuff in here at the moment. I think it was like 30 euros, pretty cheap for a really useful piece of furniture. And in the hallway we have a lot of storage, like we've got a little cleaning cupboard here and some hanging space. I have to say, this apartment does have a lot of nice storage space. So that's enough about a freaking hallway with a gross light. Let's move on. Let's move on to what I like to call the office. Now, this is kind of where the first strange thing about Finnish homes is, and that's the phenomena of a wet room. To have like an open shower, which then the water just kind of does its own thing. It just kind of goes everywhere, and you have these little drains where they go down, the water goes down. But yeah, the whole wet room thing is a little weird, but I think it's also pretty genius. Is this too weird? Sorry. And it's really only genius for one reason, that is space saving. It means that you can have the shower quite close to like the toilet or a sink or something. And I've seen this quite often in Finland, apartments and houses and stuff. Actually, in our Kamppi apartment, it was a separate shower room and toilet. So I don't know if this is particularly typical or if it's just more of like a space saving thing. But yeah, this is our bathroom, shower, toilet, sink, mirror. I mean, we do have fittings for a washing machine. We don't have one yet. So that is where the bathroom is. If you need to use the facilities at any point during this tour, please just put your hand up and you will be excused, and then come and join the rest of the tour as we go. I'm gonna turn this gross light off. I'm sorry, this is... And now we move into the kitchen. At first, I wasn't a huge fan of the kitchen. I do like that it's quite an open space, like we can have our dining table in here, and it has the fridge and everything, and then it kind of opens out into the living room. That I actually love about this place, that it's actually quite a kind of open plan, not like super open, but a little bit. But the thing that I really didn't like about this place was the kind of metal countertop, and I'm still not completely sold on it. But here in the kitchen are actually where two of the weird / genius things are. And the first one lives a little way above the sink. Freaking drying rack above the sink. Until I came to Finland for the first time, I had never seen this genius contraption. Honestly, whoever came up with this, I really hope is some kind of billionaire. This you almost definitely don't find in the UK. And for those of you who are looking at this like, what? I still don't understand. Let me give you a little demonstration. So you got some washing up to do. Oh no, the plate's all wet. What am I gonna do with this? Now, if you're in the UK or pretty much anywhere else I've ever been, you'd have like a drying rack on the side, like here, and it would drip on here and never really end up in the sink, just kind of stagnate there and make the countertop a little bit gross. But in Finland, you just go ahead and put it in your drying rack above the sink and just watch as the drips of water drip down into the sink and carry on living your life, not worrying about stagnating dishwater on your countertop. Mostly. And it just kind of dries there and kind of acts as a little storage space. But best of all is that you don't have to look at your dishes drying. It's the small things in life, guys. It's the small things. And now onto the second weird / genius thing about Finnish homes. Now I don't know if this one is in every home, but oh man, it is weird and genius. Now I came across this next one when I was trying to find a place to put our cutlery, our knives, forks, spoons, and all that kind of stuff. Now, most human beings, I think, would put their cutlery in a top drawer. Now, for some reason, I had my eye on this drawer for our cutlery. How stupid I was. Cutting board, of course. I'm still torn on this one as to whether it's a really good use of space or if it's a bit stupid. And I'm also a little concerned about how hygienic this is. I think it's cool, I think it's genius, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. Especially since this is a rented apartment. I don't know what the previous tenants have cut on here. So I think this one won't be opened in the future, but I still think it's kind of neat. Like I say, I don't know if the cutting board is kind of a standard. I've certainly only seen it in a few places. And in our last comfy flat, instead of a cutting board, it was an ironing board, which I actually think is a better use of space. So yes, here's the kitchen, fridge, if you get peckish during the tour. I'm not sure exactly what there is, but not much, as you can see. Help yourself to some ham or milk. That's actually probably a tempting offer to a lot of Finnish people. You guys drink a lot of milk. The round table and chairs, which I actually mentioned in the last apartment tour, we've brought these with us, but they are from urgh. We bought these on offer, I think. It was something like 100 euros for the table. I'm just making things up now, actually. I don't know. Here we have a little coffee tea making station. This is my first ever coffee maker. Now I know Mocha Master is the shit, but we went for a brown because it was way cheaper. Please don't judge me. But I think even with the metal countertop, we've put some little wooden highlights. I think it's quite a cute kitchen. And it almost looks like the stove has never been used, which doesn't surprise me since this is actually a student apartment. I'd imagine there's a lot of pot noodles and microwave dinners. But that's about it for the kitchen. Let's move on to the bedroom. It has a bed in it. It's a good start. It's quite a decent sized bedroom, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention that this place is actually 55.5 square meters, and it's taken me a little getting used to this whole square meter metric, because at least I've known to kind of judge the size of a place by how many bedrooms it has. And that's another thing. When you look for an apartment in the UK, you look for, I don't know, if you want 2 bedrooms, you look for a 2-bedroom apartment. Whereas here, if you want a 1-bedroom, you look for a 2-room apartment, which was a little confusing when we first started looking for apartments, and I was looking at 2-room apartments for like super cheap, and I was like, wow, you get 2 bedrooms for this amount of money. That's amazing. But actually that means you get 1 bedroom and a living room, two rooms, and then a kitchen and bathroom. It doesn't make sense. So that took a little getting used to. Yeah, pretty good sized bedroom. It's maybe even, I mean, for me, for Kat, it's like good for it to be a little bigger, but maybe it's a little too big if it was my choice. Or maybe it's perfect, I don't know. Don't ask me, what are you asking me for? But we are yet to make this room like super cute. There will be, of course, pictures and posters and all kinds of cool stuff on the walls eventually. But this is something that I was building yesterday. This is a Malm chest of drawers, which I'm not sure if I built incorrectly or if this is just a thing with these drawers, but like it's not super light to get the drawers out, except for the bottom one, which like glides. I think I maybe built it wrong. If you guys have any tips on how I can like fix this, please let me know, because I think I'm in the doghouse with Kat over that one. But what I really like about this apartment as a whole is it is so bright. We have these massive windows, and really apart from the dungeon of a hallway with the yellow light, it's a pretty bright apartment, which is really nice. And that is even with the curtains closed, and we're gonna go into the living room and I need to explain about this curtain because it's it's a bit weird. But before we go deep diving into the living room, let's check out the walk-in wardrobe. Well, at least it would be a walk-in wardrobe if we didn't have crap all over the floor. No, you can definitely walk into it, that's good. But right now, this is a little bit of a closet of shame, a bit of a dumping ground at the moment, especially since I was filming this video. I wanted to kind of clear everything. But as I said before, this apartment has really good storage space. And in fact, I think that's a really nice trait for a lot of Helsinki apartments that we've gone to look at or been in. It tends to be really good storage. And it was to the point where we were like, do we even need the Malm for the bedroom? Because to be honest, it probably could have all fit in here in these really nice like wire drawers at least. But we got it anyway, just for fun, you know. We were spending money, I was just like, yeah, don't need that. Walk-in wardrobe slash closet slash room of shame. Living room. Now this is a pretty cool little bird's eye view of the entire living room. Here you can see we've got our little workstation. You guys might remember this from the princess room, one of these standing desks if you want it to be, and you get a little workout while you crank it up and down. And then the sofa from our old place, new coffee table, new TV stand. Let me show you. Oh, and out here we have the balcony. So we're actually in IKEA trying to find a coffee table that you don't see in every single freaking apartment that you go to. Basically, we didn't want the standard black coffee table. And we were in the coffee slash sofa table department, and we were just like, none of this will fit what we want. We didn't want it to be like so deep as the lack, and we wanted it to be a little longer. And we looked around and we were like, there's nothing here. Let's move on. Maybe we'll find something at Jysk or something like that. And we walked past one of the like model rooms and we saw this kind of hiding beside a sofa. And we were like, this is great. You know, we've got a little bit of a gray theme going on. And so that was perfect. And then actually, if you change your mind, you can actually have it white as well. So we thought that was pretty neat. Once again, can't remember the name of it, but it should have come up already or be in the description. But it's extra nice because it's like metal frame and I guess like a wood and plastic coating on the tabletop. So nice and easy to clean. Because let's face it, there's gonna be coffee rings on this every single day. So now moving on to the entertainment system. I talked about the TV a little bit in my favorites video for July. And when I made that video, I'd only been using it for a couple of days. Now it's been about a week and I have to say, I still love this thing. This is the 55-inch Procaster 4K smart, all the blah, 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 TV from FA.Q. Procaster is their own brand and I was a little bit unsure about getting it because this TV costs €399.90, which for a TV of this specification is very, very, very cheap. I would say like a third of the price, maybe even a quarter of the price of like a Samsung or an LG or something like that. So I wasn't too sure, but it's actually pretty damn good. Like I said in the favorites video, don't go expecting a 2,000 euro TV for 399 euros. As long as your expectations meet the price point, you'll be very happy with this TV, I think. The thing it's standing on is a Brimnes TV stand, I think, from IKEA, of course. And you know what? I think I built this one pretty well. Gliding drawers. Thank you very much. And on top we have the PlayStation, the Switch, and this awesome little speaker, the JBL Charge 3, which I got for my birthday from one of my friends. Thanks, Rob and Ali. Very nice. Now, you may be wondering about this weird sideways curtain. Now, first of all, it is there because this apartment didn't come with any roller blinds or anything like that, which we found a little bit odd and a little bit cheap, if we're honest with ourselves. A little bit of privacy is always nice, and especially over the last few weeks when it has been so hot, we needed to kind of block out the sun. So this was kind of our makeshift solution to get our really long curtains from our London apartment, because the ceilings were so high. We just put them sideways, and I mean, for now it's fine. If it was me, they'd probably be here for the entire stay that we're here, but I think Kat maybe has something to say about these. But yes, very nice living room, loving it. And then if we step outside, we are now stood kind of on the balcony, which I'm not going to show in great detail, hopefully for obvious reasons. But the balcony is actually number 4 on my list of really cool things about, I guess, Helsinki homes. I don't know what the percentage is, but certainly when you drive around the city, you see a lot of balconies, and it's probably more often than not that an apartment does have a balcony, which I find really cool and a little bit weird all at the same time, because let's say 70% of the year you can't like go out there or use it so much. It's either covered in snow or it's freezing cold. But for the rest of the year, I can imagine it's a really nice space to just sit, maybe have some coffee on a weekend or your breakfast, or read a book on a nice chair. I'm looking forward to next summer already. And although I'm not going to show you the balcony, there's really not much to see. There's no furniture or anything out there yet. So if I tell you that you're not missing out on much, please believe me. But actually one thing which was a little bit of a deal breaker, or at least would have been if we would have seen the place before we moved into it, is the floor. It's this kind of lino, plasticky type deal. But we've already bought one new rug. Actually, that was a new one from IKEA, which is actually really nice under your feet. Okay, Dave, calm down. That was a little walking tour of our new apartment here in Helsinki. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves, and don't forget to stop at the gift shop on your way out. But guys, let me know what you think about these weird or strange or even genius things that I've mentioned on our little tour today. Other things like the drying racks and the chopping board secret drawer are things that you've grown up knowing about in the house, or is it a little bit weird to you as well? Because I'm not really sure. Are these like standard things? I don't know, let me know in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a lot of fun showing you guys around. If you have enjoyed it, why not leave a little thumbs up on this video for me? And if you have somehow come across this video whilst you're trawling through the weird corners of YouTube at 2 AM, hi. It's okay, it's a safe space, there's no judgment here. You can join my little internet family just by clicking that subscribe button below this video. And if you're already in the family and you want to be in the inner circle, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 20,000, and I think at 20,000 I'm going to release some new merch. So yeah, that would be cool. There are all kinds of fun links in the description and in the cards up above. So if you're done for today, you don't want to click on any of your recommended videos or look at more of your subscriptions, you know, there's some links down there. You can have a look around if you like. It's a fun time to be on a video like this. But anyway guys, once again, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.